Hey guys, welcome to Nightingale Crochet. My name is Victoria and I'm your yarn host. Today is Friday, October 14th, 2022. Happy birthday, Chris. My son turns 8 today. It's been a while since I've done a video other than my earrings and my last giveaway winnings video that I got from Sarah. I think it's Crafty Moo Sarah. I won one of her giveaways, and it was from the Fairy Godmother, which we still don't know who it is. But thank you so much for that. I've enjoyed working with some of the yarn, and I'm going to show you what I've made the last couple of months. The first one I made, it was a bag pattern by Jayda and Stitches, and I can't remember the tutorial. I'll have to link it in the description box below. But here it is. I've made a few of these and actually sold them. It's really pretty and really nice. This one's made out of cotton yarn. I can't remember the name of it. I think it was the 24/7 cotton. But you you work it double stranded, and it turns out really pretty. And yes, I do have a project in it. But I will link that tutorial in my description box. My next for an FO was something I made last night. It's a tutorial by oh heck, I can't remember her name, but it's one that Rose from Rose Likes Crochet does sometimes, and it's the little amigurumi octopus. And I just took my little scraps and made it up. Took me an hour or two roundabout, and this is what I got. So it's adorable. It's going to wind up going up there with the rest of my amigurumis that I make. I still can't think of that crafter's name that came up with that tutorial, but I'll find it and I will link it in the description box. Next, my next FO is a pattern I followed Creative Grandma, Glenda Winkleman. I watched her tutorial on how to do the waffle stitch, and it finally clicked and I was able to do it. So I've used the waffle stitch to make a baby blanket. I used one of the ice cream scoop big scoops in the colorway strawberry, and I used a partial of another one, and I'm going to show you what I got. Love the stitch definition on this. It turned out beautiful. So I've made one of those, and this one is for a relative. She's expecting her first baby any day now, so that's for her. And when I went on the waffle kick, I really went on the waffle kick. I did the baby blanket first, and after I did that, I watched Fiber Spider's tutorial on how to do a waffle stitch hat. And this is what I came up with. This was Red Heart with Love. I can't remember the color name, but it was, as you can tell, very, very blue. So I've made the hat. And to go with the hat, I made a scarf. So I have a waffle stitch scarf, and I put fringe on it. Let's see. There we go. Very, very pretty. And I love it. It's so soft and squishy. This one is a little on the dense side, but I know what I did wrong. I should have went up a hook size instead of going with what the yarn called for. So this one, it's dense, but it's still extremely soft. And I also made another set. This was some clearance yarn I picked up from my local Ollie's last year when Ollie's had all the discontinued yarns from Michael's, because the closest Michael's to me is about an hour away, and I'm not going to drive an hour away to pick up yarn. Of course, you see, like I really need yarn. I don't need it. But I do like it when I can get it at a good price. But here's the other waffle stitch scarf that I made. And this one I did use a bigger hook, and it's squishy. It's not as dense as the other one. You see, I can take and squish it. It's got a lot of give. And I also did the fringe on it as well. And I did another hat as well for the waffle stitch. I love how this one turned out. How the color changes. It starts out with just a little bit of a very light blue, and then it goes to aqua, and then a darker shade of aquamarine, and then it goes to another shade of blue, and then the very trim, it changes one more time. So I love it. The sets are beautiful. All right, and let's see. There's one. Where's the other one? Oh, right here. Out of the yarn that I won from the Crafty Fairy Godmother, I've only used one skein, or well, one type. I've used probably 2 or 3 to make the hat. It probably took 2, but it was ice yarns. This was, it says Sail Winter. It's 50% wool, 50% acrylic, and it's the color cream. Now, I've worked with a lot of wool yarns, and to me, a lot of the wool yarns, even though they're mixed with another material, they still have that kind of rough, coarse texture to it somewhat. This, working with it, I couldn't tell it had any wool in it. It was not rough. It is super soft. So I made a divine hat. Of course, I love making the divine hat. When I can't find something to do and I want something to work on, this is my go-to pattern. I'll do the divine hat. So I did one. And this one I finished, it was either yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. My days are running together. But here it is. This is some Red Heart yarn. Or not Red Heart, sorry. It is from Hobby Lobby. Oh, well, I was supposed to grab the band with that, and that didn't work too well. All right. I used 1 skein of Soft Secret Ombre in Harvest Season. And this is how much I have left of the first skein. I've got 1 more skein, and I'm thinking I'm going to make the Divine Cowl to go with this hat. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with this yarn, because I've got enough. I should be able to make a Divine Cowl. That way, I've got 2 more sets, hopefully. But I haven't started on them yet. But yes, I love this. This has got blues and orange and yellow and a slight shade of brown. Very, very pretty, and I love how it turned out. And it's so soft and squishy. All right, let's see. That's all for my FOs. That's everything that I've finished the last couple of months that I can remember. Oh, I made some magic pot holders. Let's see, last weekend. It was last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I've got my new job, and I work nights. So on my nights off, I still have to keep on that same sleep schedule. So I stay up at night, and I'll crochet. So each night, I took and made a magic pot holder for my mom. She asked for 3, and she wanted them in red. So I used... This is one of the Premier yarns. This is how much I had left. I have made all 3 of them out of this one skein. I could probably make 3 more, but I'll get to that when I feel like it, because right now I've got other things on my mind. So I don't have them to show because my mom actually came over yesterday and spent time with me and the kids and my husband, and I gave her pot holders. So, but that's all I've done for WIPs. Now for that's all I've done for FOs. Now I'm going to show you what I've been working on now for my WIPs. My first WIP, if I can do it without making a mess out of the yarn, it is another waffle stitch blanket out of the Ice Cream Big Scoop. Yeah, it's Ice Cream Big Scoop, and the color is Lemon Meringue. It's kind of blowing it out, but it's a dark shade of yellow, a light shade of yellow, and a white. But yeah, this is what I'm making it out of. And I've got one ball on, and then hopefully, because I didn't make this one as wide as the other waffle stitch blanket, I'm hoping I won't have to get into that second skein, but we shall see with time. But here's what I've gotten so far. This is the project that I take with me to work, and if I get done early, I can sit down and crochet for the rest of my shift and get paid. I haven't got there yet, but I'm working on it. Next, I started this tonight. If I can get it off my headset. So I'm really prepared, aren't I? Tonight I've been working on another magic pot holder, and I'm using the Peaches and Creams original. I've got 2 skeins of this, and it's the bright orange. I know, Laura, you love orange. I'm working with your favorite color. So this is what I've started. This is how much I've got done of it so far. And see, whenever I do my first row, when I do my chains, for my magic pot holders, a good size for me is 40 chains. So I chain my original 40, and then I chain about 8 to 10 more stitches on that first, my chain row. And that's how I create my loop. I don't wait till the last, after you've tied it and everything to make my loop. I do it at the very beginning. For me, that's a lot easier, and I don't have to worry about it coming detached or anything like that, because it's in the stitching. It's not going anywhere. But this is how far I've got on it. I'm about halfway through, roundabout. I'll probably finish this one tonight. If not, I'll finish it tomorrow. And this is how much I have left of my first skein. I've got one more skein, and the skeins I'm using, they're the little bitty ones you get at Wally World. So, but yes, and I'm doing it with a J hook. The waffle stitch blanket I do with an H hook, so it's nice and fluffy and light. So, and I think I've only got, let's see, oh, the bag. I forgot about my bag. I showed you my bag, but I have a project in it. This is another scarf. I didn't honestly know what to do with this yarn, because I've had it sitting on my shelf for a while, because I just didn't know what to do with it. So this is the Premier Bloom Chunky. I got this year before last at the Hobby Lobby clearance. It's a 5 bulky, and it's 109 yards, and it's 100% acrylic. You see, that's the pattern that it's supposed to do if you knit with it. Well, I'm not a knitter, and at this point in my life, I don't plan on learning to knit. Sorry, Laura. My daughter can knit, though. I can't. And she rubs it in my face every chance she gets. But I figured, since I can't knit, the closest I can get to it is doing single crochets. So this is another scarf, and I'm already in my second skein. I've got one more, and this is how it's turning up. I love the colors. It's not perfect, but I like it. It looks pretty. Some of the people in Zoom have said that this bottom row down here, let's see, which row is it? Oh, I can't tell. Anyway, one of the rows, they said it looks like there was flamingos in it. And I think it was this row right here. It kind of, the way it looks, it's very, very pretty. And it's very warm and thick. But I've got one more row on that, and then I'll be done with that. Or, nah. Sorry, I'm just tongue-tied today. Oh well. I've got one more ball to tie on after that. And some of the ladies in Zoom This is my last one, my last WIP. And this one, I would have already been finished with it, but I made a very beginner crochet mistake. This pattern is worked in sections. There's 3 sections. And the mistake that I made was I didn't count my stitches. I know. Very rookie mistake. I know. Count my stitches. Make sure everything's right like it's supposed to be. Well, I didn't. And I got all the way into section 2 before I realized I had made a big whoopsie. I was over halfway through with my skein. And for this project, I'm using the Rainbow Rhapsody in Crimson Poppies. And I started with the yellow, and it's coming all the way out to the red. I got halfway through with it and realized I messed up. And I frogged the entire project. I was so mad, I almost didn't redo it. But I wanted to do this pattern so bad that I did do it. And I'm back to increasing. Now the pattern, whoops, sorry about that. The pattern is the Crossaster Shawl from ExpressionFiberArts. This is a paid-for pattern. It's no longer free on her website, but it's $6. So it's not that bad of a price, but it's gorgeous. There's the front picture. And this, unfortunately, is the only picture that I printed off because she does a bunch of beautiful pictures. But, you know, I don't have an infinite amount of printer ink. So I only ever print off the front page and the pattern. I don't print off the extra pages to see the pictures. But it's beautiful. So last night when I stopped working on it, I tied on my second skein. On my second skein, I took and reworked it because, you know, all of them start with the yellow in the center and then they go out to the orange and then the red. Well, I took and wound it backwards. That way it would still be a center pull for me. And I started it with the red and going back out to the yellow. So, and I'm going to have to step back because this is a big one. I've got about 10 rows left and I'll be finished with it. But it's beautiful. It puts that doily up there to shame because it is, I think this one's going to be a lot bigger than that one. But I would have already been finished with it had I not messed up so bad. And since I started working on it again, I've been working on it probably about 4 days. But here we go. This thing is massive. It is beautiful. Now, I actually do have a commission to make another one of these, and I'm not going to spoil it. The lady that wants me to make it is in our Zoom group, so I am going to make it for her. And then I'm going to make another one for myself. And when I make my next one, I'm calling this one my light version because of the yellows and the reds and the orange. It's very bright and vibrant. The next one I'm calling the night version because I'm doing the exact opposite of the bright and vibrant colors. I'm using the same type yarn. I'm going to be using the Rainbow Rhapsody again, except this next time when I make it for myself, I'm going to be using the Rainbow Rhapsody in Peacock. And I'm going to start with the gray, and then I'm going to let it go out, and then I'm going to work the next one back like I've done with this red one. So this is going to be the next one that I do. So, but I've got commissions that I've got to do first, and those will come first before I probably finish any of the rest of these that I'm working on. So we shall see. I told the lady that depending on my work schedule, I should be able to get it done in about 2 weeks and get it to her. So we shall see. I have an idea. I'm going to do something to surprise her, maybe, if I have the time. So hopefully, though, I can get it done in a proper amount of time, and hopefully she'll, well, I know that she's going to show it. She said she's going to put it on her, it's going to be her backdrop. Kind of like what I did right here with that doily. She's going to use this doily for her background. So, but we shall see. But I can't wait to get started. She is sending me the yarn, and I actually have the other commission that I have. It's for a character. If you remember the Disney movie Home, the main character is a, I can't remember what species he is, but he's an alien, and his name is O. I've got a commission to make one of him, and I'm waiting on the yarn to come in. I bought it the other day, so once it comes in, I can do that, and hopefully before I can, if I make it and it looks good, I can show y'all before I send it off to its new home. So, but unfortunately, for right now, that's all I have for today. So, it's great to see y'all's comments, and thank y'all so much. Without y'all, my channel wouldn't be anything, and I appreciate y'all's patience because I know I don't post a lot, but we all understand, you know, we have families, we have jobs, we have other commitments that come before we can get on YouTube. So, I want to thank y'all for taking the time out of y'all's day to watch my video, and I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful weekend, and happy birthday, Chris. Mama loves you. And I will talk to y'all in my next video. I don't know when that's going to be, but when I have time, I'll film. And if I have stuff to show, I'll show it. So, happy yarning, everyone, and I hope y'all have a safe and wonderful weekend. And now that it's starting to cool off, please stay warm. Love y'all. Bye-bye.